you so much for inviting me to come here to have this conversation with you. I'll allow you to introduce yourself to our viewers.
Thank you so much, Ronald, and thank you to you too for coming as well. My name is Vankola Chambwera. I'm a food scientist and technologist. I finished my studies in food science and technology at the University of Zimbabwe in 2021.
Okay.
So now I decided to maybe take the path of business, especially product development, innovation, especially with African inspired products. Yeah.
Okay. I know we're going to get into this to talk about what we have here on this table, but let's start with how the project started. When did you start? How did it start?
Okay. How I started the project, I think I can group it into many factors, really.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the first time that I thought about such kind of products was when I was doing my attachment.
Okay.
Then I thought maybe in the future, after finishing school, I could go into business. So then also I had to look at my skill set, my capabilities, my gifting. And my giftings, I think, are in leadership.
Okay.
So I thought I would start something that could help even more people, and of course to sustain myself. So with business.
Okay.
And I thought maybe since I was doing something to do with food already, I could just introduce food products on the market. And then I had to look for ways to be different from the competitors, to try to do something else, but at the same time doing something that makes an impact to society, especially in the African context. How it could be better for us as Africans, how we can maybe add value to what we have in Africa, particularly starting from Zimbabwe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I started. So just after finishing school, I opted not to look for a job per se.
Okay.
Then I just started developing different products and just trying to look for my niche. Not quite just a one-time thing, but over
Okay.
time I did get to this place where I thought maybe this would be my niche.
Okay, that's so interesting, because for most of us, when we finish school, what we want is to get a job. We're working for someone, we've got a 9 to 5. That's what we want, but that's a very interesting view. But let me ask and say, what was the first project that you made? Do you remember?
I think the first project that I made was fruit jam. Yeah, it was
okay.
apple berry fruit jam, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a few years back. I think that was my first product. I think I started developing it during attachment.
Okay.
Yeah, around that time. So I would give my supervisor and some of my friends to try it out. But at that time, it wasn't as nice. But at least it was a start. Yeah.
But what are some of the challenges Amurusangana now in setting up this business? Because this is a unique idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that we don't have much of in terms of availability on the market. What are some of the challenges that you're facing?
Probably I would say when it's business, particularly when you want to do something at a big scale, the problem is with financing.
Yeah.
I would say to finance a project, especially with some of these products are sensitive, so they require much to start up. So like with dairy products, meat products, the quality that is required due to safety, health. It means that you need a lot more investment for it.
Yeah.
Then also maybe on the marketing side as well. That's one of the challenges that I think I've been having, because since I'm starting, I don't have as much of an audience, or some other big companies have the money to just advertise all over and produce in large quantities.
Yeah.
But when you're starting from the bottom, so maybe those are the challenges, I would say.
I'm hoping that after this conversation, you're going to have a lot of customers, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who would want to try this. So now let's talk about this setup. I see you're still setting up. This is going to be our shop, where we're going to be selling these products. Can you talk to us about this whole space?
All right. I think the idea is, I just got the space.
Okay.
So we have to first go to the local authorities and get it certified. But being a food scientist, I know some of the requirements, so I think that won't be much of a product. But then the idea of it being here in Epworth, You know, with how everything is now, with drugs, unemployment, especially in these kind of areas. This is a high density area. So, you know, sometimes I see my friends, some people that I went to school with, now they are doing drugs. We have kids who don't know how to do it. So I thought maybe if I would start here, it would be a good opportunity, a good example for others, particularly the youth. And then maybe if we can be able to grow, then maybe we can create some employment for others, give them opportunities, inspire them. That kind of thing. So this is going to be the first shop, and hopefully we'll have it for a long time as a remembrance, as being where we started. So I think maybe in a short while we should be starting.
And I also pray that this is just the beginning. We're going to have a bigger space. I have this hope that one day I'll come back and have this conversation with you, but at a bigger space now. Because so let's talk about the name of the brand. What's the name of the brand?
Originally, with the first one, it was Vanik Foods.
Oh, Vanik
from Vanik. Vanik.
Okay.
It was Vanik and something unique, so that was Vanik.
Okay.
That was the idea behind it. But then, as I started getting into, more into this African approach, I thought maybe something that could resonate with people would be Afro origins. It's Vani's Afro origins, Zimbabwe, giving it that Afro feeling, African feeling, then origins, because it's coming from Africa.
Yes.
Although it's particularly in Zimbabwe, but then putting our continent somewhere up there. That's how, as far as I would want to go. It's not just something that I want to stay local. It's something that has to become international. So that's what inspired the brand name Vani's Afro Origins, African original.
That's really interesting. I love the way you are talking about Africa and promoting things to do with Africa. I think that's something that has been lacking of late, and we have an opportunity to go on a global scale because this is unique. We are the ones who have this. So when you're making your ice creams, let's say for this Mazhanje ice cream, where do you get Mazhanje from? Do you have people who are supplying you? How does that look like?
Well, what I did actually, especially last year in maybe November, December, I was traveling around.
Okay.
So, I would travel to maybe Masvingo to talk to people we have access to these fruits. So usually it's maybe the ladies selling pamsika at a bus stops deep down in the rural areas. So that's where I got some of them, and then the others I was getting them from Msika as well. So as fresh fruit. So for the original fruit, the flavors, they have to be authentic, so they are coming from the forest in the rural areas. That's where I would get them. Although Mbare was more convenient because it's closer, you can just go there. It's closer from here, so that's where I get it. But of course, in the long term, in the long run, what I actually want is to get more from the people in the rural areas directly, because they also have to get the benefit from what they are farming. So I think with regards to where I get them, that's where.
Okay, there's something that I don't understand. Probably you're going to help me. Most of these fruits that you use for your ice creams are seasonal.
Yes.
So what happens to our business if we are out of season in terms of the availability of the fruits? Let's say for now, kuchine mazhanje, hakuna mazhanje, and izvezvi kune tsuvu. But my tsuvu dzapera. Dzikapera, what happens? You can help me with that.
Okay. I think going forward, what the plan is to actually preserve the fruit. So there are different methods that we can use to preserve the fruit. We can dry them using dehydrators. We can turn some of them into jams, into a jam. That's a fruit jam. So with the fruit jam, that is another way of preservation. So mainly those two. But we can also use refrigeration if we want to keep the original flavors
and the freshness
as well. But with refrigeration, that is going to need much more. Okay, so with the preservation now, I think I was talking about refrigeration. You'd need more. You'd need more capital for that because you need freezers. But then maybe the good and with Zesa, you know how it is. But now with the emergence of solar technology, maybe resources permitting, that would be the best way to preserve them so that we can have them all year round. I think that's the way I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like how you're making so much progress because I think I saw you. We started talking on LinkedIn. Must have been last year.
Yeah.
And you're saying, it's still very small. I'll make a plan to bring some of these ice cream so that you can taste. Yeah. And I'm happy that I'm here and we have got a lot of a variety of ice creams that we're going to taste. Let's get into it. Let's talk about where should we start? Okay. Let's talk about this.
Okay. All right. So maybe we can start with this one. This is Nyi ice cream. So you can try it out.
Nyi. Yes,
the small ones with the difficult ones.
Yeah, they're very difficult. Okay, let's give this a test.
All right.
Well, let me take another one.
You like it?
I can actually taste Nyi in this.
Oh.
It's a bit a bit of salt. So what do you put as Nyi and?
It's usually Nyi, sugar, milk, and eggs.
And then,
and then the other, but the technique is different. Usually, when making ice creams, people use some type of machines to make the ice cream. But fortunately, I was able to find my own way of making it so that it stays with that creamy consistency without using expensive equipment, and also keeping it I don't know, I'm looking for the right word or statement to use, but what I would say, maybe it's just something that is original, where a lot of passion is used to make the product by not using machinery, but people actually making the product.
Let's gatekeep the other information. We need to gatekeep information. Then let's talk about this. This is
a mixture.
Okay.
So this one is a herbal infusion.
Okay.
With a mixture of a variety. So it's sort of like a mixed traditional ice cream.
Okay, let's test this.
So
I can taste a bit of masawu in this.
Yes. And your Nyi is
the Nyi is there as well.
Wait,
let me give it another taste.
And then you have your Mazhanje as well in there. And then there are some other secret herbs that we put in there, because this ice cream is not supposed to be just for enjoyment, but it's actually supposed to be good for your health as well.
Oh, serious? Let's gatekeep that information again. Of the other ingredients, we're going to gatekeep that information.
Then that is Mazhanje.
Purely Mazhanje.
Yeah.
A brown iron?
Yeah.
This is my favorite so far.
It's your favorite so far?
This is my favorite so far.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah.
Guys, you should try this. We're going to be talking about where they can find this. And the last one?
That's purely masawu.
Okay.
Yeah. That's purely masawu.
Sorry, disregard what I said earlier. This is my favorite. This is to be my favorite.
And the good thing about the masawu and Nyi one for now is that we have this all year round. Probably these are, I would say, the flagship flavors that are supposed to be the originals. Then over time, these other ones, as we find ways to maintain the flavors year round, then they'll enter into the
But
system.
for now, we're going to be having these two.
Yeah, masawu and Nyi.
Yeah, we are going to be having them all round.
Oh yeah,
all year round.
Mazhanje for now, no promises. I think I only have enough for I won't say for how many people, but
Yeah.
I guess I will keep those for those people that are close enough.
like myself.
Yes,
probably.
exactly like Ronald.
Let's talk about this. These are ice cream cones.
Yes. Well, this is still work in progress, but these are
Wow.
traditional ice cream cones.
Okay.
Well, the idea is to add value to traditional produce, like I said. So these ones, they make use of zio as well. So that's your finger millet. And then the design, well, it's just, some fun, just having some fun while you do the work. And then because of the zio and stuff, so you have your nutrients in there as well. So it has to be a win-win. That's the idea with my products. It has to be exciting with the taste, the flavor, the looks, and also nutritionally it has to be there. So you must benefit from it.
Okay.
That's why I'm not using any preservatives or any other, synthetic ingredients.
Oh, yeah.
All of the ingredients that I'm using here, it's purely from nature, natural.
That's
the approach.
interesting. So this is an ice cream cone made of finger millet. Yes, you.
Yes.
I can bite it?
Yeah, you can bite. You can take a bite.
Let me test it. This is so natural. I would eat this every day. This is so natural.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the combination of Mazhanje ice cream in this cone.
In this your corn.
I think it's going to be interesting. Do we have anything? Che, tsuvu?
No, currently not. Well, the reason being someone was working on that.
Okay.
So I decided maybe not to protrude or something. Although I do, but I think there's an article that came out from someone from the University of Zimbabwe who was doing a study on that.
Okay.
So yeah, but of course we'll add hours because hours will help. There's enough room for everyone.
There's now enough room for everyone.
Yeah.
Then, interesting enough, when we came in, you showed us this. These are samosas.
Yeah.
How do I open this? Okay, yeah.
Low-fat
These are
samosas.
low-fat samosas.
Yes, made also including your finger millet as well, zio
The dough is made of shio.
and wheat, the combination of the two. Yeah. Then the filling, it's a meat filling, but also, interestingly enough, we also had to add, sometimes when people go to the shops or to the market to buy your fruits, vegetables, you leave out the ones that look like, so-called termed ugly. So they end up being food waste. So I organized with some of the suppliers to get some of that at a lower price. But the nutrition is still there. So it was more of like reducing food waste and then also using climate resilient ingredients that are healthy, nutritious. So your greens. So I don't know if you tasted a bit of sweetness. There's some sweet potato in there as well, your mbambaira in there.
Serious?
Yeah, and your greens as well. So it's just something that is healthy. And something that can catch the eye. That was the other thing, because kids don't like to eat mbambaira as it is. But they need the benefit.
Yeah.
So I had to hide it and find an innovative way to get them to eat them. So interestingly, for Africa Day celebrations, just before Africa Day, for some students, some parents and teachers asked me to make this for them, and I did, and to my delight, the kids loved it.
Really?
Yeah, and others also ordered them for their work lunch boxes. They love them as well. So I think with African food, Zimbabwean food, I think we are going somewhere.
I can tell you these are very tasty and they taste healthy.
Yeah.
I really like this. So let's talk about the team that you're working with. Do you work alone? Do you have people helping you? Are you looking for people to help you? How does that look like?
For now, I would say most of the work I do alone, but also I have support from lucky enough family. So I have my two younger brothers. My mom, she helps a lot. And then also my friends are there to support. So for now, I think I'm in a good space. Of course, I'm building a team. I have a team in my mind and on paper, just waiting to, with time to get that up and running. Yeah.
Are you also looking for business partners?
Yeah, I do. I think because the other thing is distribution. This is a frozen product.
Yes.
So some people can't come and get it here. They need it where they are in these different places. So maybe with partners, maybe those could be retailers or restaurants as well, maybe hotels. That I think that would be a good partnership because there are a lot of food outlets in the CBD, different areas all across the country. So maybe if we can get them there, the distribution is much better. So that would be a good partnership, I think. Then, of course, I know in terms of being part of the business, of course, there's not all of it, but a part of the business. Yeah, if anyone wants to collaborate, I think I'm up for that.
That's very interesting, and I hope that we are going to have people who would want to partner with you, work with you on this amazing project that you're pushing. So you said you have got a supportive family.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the community. Have they been supportive?
The community is always supportive. For me, they are always supportive. I think actually the problem was me, because now people want the ice cream, but I wanted to perfect it.
Okay.
So I would go in the community, have people taste it and stuff like that. And now everyone is like, when can we get it? How can we get it now? But I think I'm expecting that as we go from now on, I think everything is now ready because there's been a lot of iterations.
Okay.
Sometimes when you're starting, you make mistakes, so you get feedback. So you have to take it slow a bit so that when you launch, you're doing something that is of a better quality. So I think for now, the community has been supportive, but I think now I will need them more to support because I expect to have this on the market starting this coming week. Let's
talk about the prices. How big is this?
Okay, this is a 200 milliliter, 200 mil.
This 200 mils. Approximately how much will this cost on the market?
This will cost just $1.
So this is going to be $1.
Yes.
So let's say all these small ones will be going for $1.
Yes. Then there's a 500 milli,
which is this one.
Yeah, 500 mils will be going for $2.
This will be going for $2.
Yes. Then this one is a liter. It's just the same as this, but with this one, the idea is sustainable packaging. Because as we go with climate change and sustainability, we have to work on that. Less plastic and more biodegradable. So we have to find. So that's going to be a liter is going to be $4. So
$4 a liter. This one and this one are going to be for.
Yeah, those are liters. Yeah,
they're going to be for $4.
Yes.
Reasonable. Then for the cone ice creams,
the cones are not available on the market yet. They still need a bit of just perfection in testing them out. But but we're almost at the end. Almost there.
I should say I'm very privileged and honored to be one of the first people to taste this, and I'm going to have a combination of this cone and one of these ice creams. Are we also going to be having samosas on the market?
Yeah, we will be having those for school lunch boxes, work, and whatever. Yeah, they will be available as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So for those who would want to get in touch with you, where can they get in touch with you? How you can share your social media handles, your phone numbers, so that maybe there's someone who's watching would want to partner with you, would want to be your client or be a business partner generally. How do they get in touch?
Well, you can get in touch with me maybe firstly on email. It's vancola19@gmail.com.
Okay.
That's VANICOLLA19@gmail.com. Small letters. Or my social media handles it's Vancola Chambuera on Instagram, Vancola Chambuera on LinkedIn, Vancola Chambuera on Facebook. I think those are my main social media accounts. Then for WhatsApp and for calls, maybe they can get in touch on 0783 018 532.
You can say the number again.
0783 018 532.
So it's strictly business on those numbers?
Yes, business. It's strictly business. Yeah.
Okay. Any word that you want to share with young people and the rest of, let me just say with Africans, because this is Africa Day. Any message for fellow Africans?
Okay. Well, for me, I'm still just starting, but I think it's good for us to have an identity, celebrate our flavors, just like any other continent does. Sometimes I think about it. Ethiopia is a good African country. It's a great example in terms of coffee. They make some of the best coffee. Kenya, tea. In Europe, France is known for its cuisine and but they are proud of that.
Yes.
And also us as Africans, there is something that is special about us, and we must celebrate that and share that with the world. That's what makes us us. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us brilliant. And also, Africa is still a developing economy, so there's still much room for us as young people. And also, things can be tough, but I think you just have to soldier on. Like for me, I wouldn't say I have everything in control. I'm just starting. But you have to have that hope and that faith, and you have to take a chance. Just do your best, share your talents, share what you can, and we can take our continent to a higher place. There's so much work to do, but with proper support, I think we can get there.
Yeah, we will definitely get there.
I think
Van Kola, thank you so much for inviting us to come here, have this conversation, taste the ice creams. I can't wait to switch off the camera so that we can also take our time to eat this. And also, I'm wishing you all the best with the finishings as you finish putting up and setting up your store. I hope that everything will go well and that you're going to get clients from this video.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure. I'm with your help. I'm sure I will. Thank you so much for taking your time to come and visit and see. It's been nice having you here and having a conversation with you and sharing my story and my goals with the African agenda.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
To our viewers, thank you so much. So I can't wait to switch off that camera so that I can dig into this. Thank you so much, and a big shout out to Zim Celebs. Till we meet again, we're out.